Hi, my name is Umutcan Doğan, and I will talk about this Coursera course named Mindfulness Peace in, Peace Out. As the name suggests, it's mainly about mindfulness, spirituality, and personal growth, and like how inner peace can influence our relationship and the world around us. So the course starts with an introduction where the instructor explains like what we will learn and share some information about their own background. Also, like there is a part that students have to introduce themselves to. The first week focuses on the foundations of mindfulness. It introduces important ideas from the Buddhist philosophy, including the like four noble truths, three marks of existence, and dependent origination. The main goal is to show how mindfulness can be used as a tool for personal and spiritual development. The second week explores the connection between nature, spirituality, and mindfulness. It emphasizes the idea that all life is like connected to each other in some way. So the lessons discuss how spending time in nature and developing a sense of awe can deepen mindfulness and create meaningful spiritual experiences. Like the class encourages you to meditate, to walk in the nature, and I do not exactly remember it, but I guess like it was called a Zen zone. They encourage you to find your own Zen zone, like inside your house, inside some other place, like a peaceful place that you feel comfortable enough to meditate. And the third week looks at mindfulness in relationships and in society. It focuses in communication, compassion, and positive social change, I guess. And students learn about the four sublime attitudes, how mindfulness can help people build stronger like connections with others and contribute to a better society. And the final week is, I guess, a bit more interesting than the rest of the weeks. They invite two mindfulness practitioners at different stages of their journeys, and they share how their meditation has changed their lives. They talk about their experiences. Like there's about like 15 minutes interviews with each. The challenges they faced during this, how did they accomplished, what they have accomplished, and what advice do they have for the beginners. Like classic interview, about 15 minutes each, and then there is a quiz at the end where you have to answer about what they said in those interviews. These three people, and courses generally about that. What have I learned from the course? I learned that mindfulness is not that psychological, but it is more a spiritual matter. I expected it to be more related to psychology, but it was maybe like uh, not super related to psychology. At least in this course, it was like maybe too related to spirituality. Like maybe about the half of the class was about like Buddhist learnings and the philosophy of it, and meditating, and bit too little about psychology for my expectation. I'm not a very spiritual person. I'm not too much into these topics, but I've learned like the basics of it. After this class, I could honestly say I'm still not too interested in the topic because, as I said, I'm not a very spiritual person. I do not meditate. The class asked you to meditate in times, but I didn't like that. So it's about that. Like it talks about the meditation. It talks about the philosophy of it. It talks about Buddhism and how can we apply this to our social lives. And class was basically about all of this.